in fact, we had the sort of 11th hour thing where Glenn Close, who did the voice for Carla, who is the mother, 8. I was sat in the studio with her to teach her it, and she was much more Broadway than pop, and she couldn't get the rhythm of the thing. It's all upbeat, and there's nothing on one. Come stop your crying, it will be. Just take my hand. She couldn't handle it, so I ended up singing it because of that, really. But anyway, I'll try to amble through this. Come stop your crying, it will be alright. Just take my hand, hold it tight. I will protect you from all around you. I will be here, don't you cry. For one so small, you seem so strong. My arms will hold you, keep you safe and warm. This bond between us can't be broken. I will be here, don't you cry. 'Cause you'll be in my heart. Yes, you'll be in my heart. From this day on, now and forevermore. You'll be in my heart. No matter what they say, you'll be here in my heart, always. Don't listen to them, 'cause what do they know? We need each other to have to hold there. I knew I'd find it. Oh, I know. When destiny calls you, you must be strong. I may not be with you, but you got to hold on. They'll see in time. I know. We'll show them together, 'cause you'll be in my heart. Yes, you'll be in my heart. From this day on, now and forevermore. You'll be in my heart. Oh, no matter what they say, you'll be here in my heart, always. Always. Just look over your shoulder. Look over your shoulder, 'cause I'll be there always.
That was lovely. And I even like the pauses. So they added something.
There's some, I wrote the chords down. Well, what is the point of writing the chords down if you can't look at them when you need to? But anyway.
Does the inspiration keep coming?
Well, I do like when, these things are presented to me that are a little bit outside the box, or my box anyway. Tarzan, we talked about when the film was out, we did talk about taking it on the stage because they were having great success with Lion King having transferred from the screen to the stage. And unfortunately at the time, they couldn't work out how to do animals, that wasn't like the Lion King, or it wasn't like gorillas with zips up the backs, So nothing happened to it. But then they suddenly got a great designer and writer and director involved, and called me back and said, "Do you want to do the Broadway musical?" And I was like, for me, I grew up. I was the Artful Dodger in Oliver in London, you know, and when I was 14, and so to actually write a musical, that was like, wow, to do what Lionel Bart did, you know. And I just totally got into it for 4 years. Lived in New York for 6 months when it started, and I just found that it was like a completely different way of writing, and that was just fantastic to sort of be given that opportunity at, you know, whatever age I was, 51, 52 then.
Do you think you'll always write songs?
Yes. Yeah, because, you know, it's my hobby as well as my life, as well as my job, you know what I mean?
So you still enjoy it?
Oh, yeah, yeah. What I, you know, as I say, the part of it that, and even, you know, I mean, I just, going back to the things with my young kids, you know, they're discovering what Dad does, you know. And the other night they wanted to watch something. They've heard the song, they wanted to watch the video. So I put on something, and I was watching, and you think, oh, you know, if I could do that, but still come home every night, I'd do it, you know. But it just drags you away from home, and then suddenly, you know, you miss whole periods of your kids growing up. And also, you know, the actual doing it, I love performing, but one thing I will always do is write, because that's what I do now. It's part of what keeps me going.
Thank you so much. That was great.
I enjoyed it.
Thank you. So thank you very much. Well done, both of you. Actually, can we take a picture? Do you mind? Just